I tested some of the best TVs of 2025, and in this video, I'm gonna rank them in a tier list based on their value for money, overall performance, and more. Links to all of the products will be in the description below. Samsung S95D. This thing has a gorgeous picture with perfect black levels that make movie nights in a dark room just incredible. Its main party trick is the glare-free OLED screen, which almost completely kills reflection, making it one of the best TVs for a bright room. While the matte screen is amazing for the glare, it can sometimes make the picture feel a little less vibrant and grayish, and the TV's operating system can feel a bit slow when switching apps. For what it offers with its mix of incredible brightness and anti-reflection tech, I'm putting this in the good tier. Panasonic Z85A. This is a really solid TV for watching movies in a darker environment, giving you those perfect blacks and vibrant colors that OLED is known for. It has a super wide viewing angle, which is awesome if you have friends over and people are sitting off to the side. However, it really struggles in a bright room as it just doesn't get bright enough and reflections can be pretty distracting. It's a good TV, but its limited brightness holds it back from being truly great for every situation. So for me, it lands in the average tier. Samsung S90D. This TV just knocks it out of the park for the price, offering incredible contrast, deep black levels, and some of the highest brightness I've seen on an OLED. It's an amazing pick for gamers with a full gaming hub and support for cloud gaming platforms, and the picture looks great even when you're not sitting dead center. The one big catch is that Samsung uses different screen panels depending on the size, so you have to be careful to get the one with the better QD-OLED tech. Despite that confusion, the performance you get for your money is just too good to ignore, so I'm placing this firmly in the gray tier. Sony Bravia 82 OLED. Wow, the picture on this TV is just so refined and natural. Its control over dark scenes is next level, so you see every single detail without any weird noise. The motion handling is just phenomenal right out of the box, making movies look smooth without that weird soap opera effect. And it's nearly perfect for gaming. It's not the absolute brightest OLED out there, and it's a real bummer that it only has 2 high bandwidth HDMI ports for your consoles and other gear. But for someone who craves that pure cinematic and immersive picture quality above all else, this is a top contender, easily earning its spot in the gray tier. Hisense U75QG. This is a solid all-around TV that gets incredibly bright, making it a fantastic choice if you do most of your watching in a well-lit room. It delivers deep black levels and it's loaded with gaming features like high refresh rates and very low input lag. On the downside, it has a pretty narrow viewing angle, so it's not the best for a group movie night. And the pixel response times are slow, which can cause some blur in fast-moving games. It's a strong performer for the price, especially for bright rooms, but its flaws keep it from the top, which is why it's going into the average tier. Panasonic Z95A. This TV is an absolute beast for movie lovers. The picture quality is tuned by folks in Hollywood, so you know it's going to look authentic and just how the director intended. It has those perfect deep black levels that make everything pop, and the colors in HDR are so vibrant and lifelike. Plus, it's fantastic for gaming with all the latest features you'd want. The only knock I have is that sometimes fast-moving scenes in movies can have a bit of stutter. For me, this is a solid good tier. Samsung S85D. This one is for all the night owls out there who love their evening movie sessions. The deep blacks and fantastic contrasts are just incredible when the lights are low, making everything feel super immersive. The Hisense smart system is also really smooth and easy to use, which is a big plus. However, it doesn't get super bright and can struggle with reflections, so it's not the best choice if you watch a lot of TV during the day in a bright room. I'm putting the S85D in the good tier. LG B3. This is the kind of TV that gives you that amazing OLED experience without completely emptying your wallet. You get those perfect inky blacks and awesome contrast that makes the picture so dynamic. The colors are rich and true to light, and it handles motion really well, which is great for action movies and sports. It's not the brightest screen out there, so it can look a little washed out in a really sunny room. But for most people, this is an amazing TV, so it's going into the good tier for me. LG B4. This TV is a fantastic choice if you're a gamer or if you do most of your watching in a darker room. It has those perfect black levels and colors that just pop off the screen, making everything look incredibly vibrant. The motion is super sharp, which is awesome for gaming. The biggest downside is the screen is pretty reflective and it doesn't get bright enough to fight off glare in a sunny room. And like some other OLEDs, you might see a bit of stutter in movies. Overall, it's a great value, so I'm placing the LG B4 in the good tier. Amazon Fire TV Omni QLED. This TV is for everyone on a budget who still wants a lot of cool features. It supports fancy HDR formats like Dolby Vision IQ and has a bunch of gaming features that you usually only find on more expensive TVs. For watching shows during the day, it gets bright enough to handle reflections decently. The main drawback is that the picture looks pretty bad if you're not sitting directly in front of it, and it struggles to make lower resolution content look good. Because of those compromises, I'm placing this one in the average tier. Samsung S95F. This TV is just a stunner with some of the most vibrant and punchy colors I have ever seen, making it incredible for watching in a bright room. The anti-glare screen is a game changer, basically eliminating annoying reflections from windows or lights. It's a powerhouse for gaming too, with a super fast response time that makes everything feel incredibly smooth. The only real downside is the lack of Dolby Vision support, but honestly the picture is so good you might not even miss it. I'm putting the S95F straight into God tier. LG C5. This one is a fantastic all-rounder that looks incredible, especially in a dark room. Thanks to those perfect black levels OLED, it's a bit brighter than last year's model, which makes HDR content really pop with vivid lifelike colors. It's also packed with gaming features, making it a great choice if you've got a modern console. I did notice it struggles a bit with direct reflections, so you'll want to be mindful of the way you place it. For its versatility and gorgeous picture, I'm placing the C5 in the God tier. LG C4. This is last year's model, but don't let that fool you. It's still an amazing TV and an incredible value. You're getting those perfect OLED blacks and vibrant colors that make movies look fantastic in a dark room. It's also a solid choice for gamers, with support for high refresh rates, making everything look smooth. It's not as bright as some of the newer, more expensive models and can have some issues with glare from direct light, but for the price, the performance is hard to beat. For me, the C4 is an easy choice for the gray tier. Hisense U8N. Okay, the first thing you need to know about this TV is that it is ridiculously bright, which is awesome if you have a sunny living room. It's a mini LED, not an OLED, but it still has surprisingly deep black levels and really vibrant colors. The downside is that the image quality drops off pretty quickly if you're not sitting right in front of it, and the motion handling is just okay. For people who need a TV that can fight off tons of ambient light without breaking the bank, this is a solid option, but its flaws keep it in the average tier for me. Sony A95L. This TV is for the purists out there. The picture quality is just breathtakingly accurate right out of the box, with no need to mess the settings. It handles dark, subtle scenes with incredible detail, and the colors are rich and true to life without ever looking overdone. It's an amazing display for both movies and gaming. The only knock is that in a really bright room, the black levels can look a little washed out, which takes away some of that OLED magic. Because it's so focused on delivering a perfect filmmaker's intended image, I'm putting the A95L in the gray tier. Sony A90K. This TV is a really interesting one, especially in its smaller 42 and 48-inch sizes. It's a Master Series set, so the images are lifelike and natural right out of the box, with phenomenal blacks that you expect from an OLED. The upscaling is also fantastic. It takes 1080p content and makes it look incredibly close to native 4K. However, it doesn't get as bright as larger OLEDs and can struggle with reflections in a bright room, and the sound is a bit thin on the bass. For me, it's a perfect high-end TV for a bedroom or office, but its brightness limitations hold it back, so I'm putting this in the average tier. Sony Bravia 9. Wow, this thing is a beast in a home theater. The black levels are getting seriously close to an OLED, with almost no blooming around bright objects, which makes movies look incredible. It's also ridiculously bright in both SDR and HDR, making highlights pop and overcoming glare in a bright room. Sony's processing is top tier, as always, making even old TVs or compressed streams look clean and sharp. It's not perfect for hardcore gamers though, as there's a bit more input lag and motion blur in game mode compared to rivals. Still, for that cinematic experience at home, it's just breathtaking, so for me, this is an easy choice for the God tier. LG G5. Okay, if you're all about brightness, this is your TV. This is the brightest OLED I've ever seen, completely torching its competition and making HDR content look absolutely jaw-dropping. The perfect blacks of OLED combined with this new level of brightness and color is just a sight to behold. It's also a gamer's dream with 4 full bandwidth HDMI 2.1 ports. The only letdowns are the pretty underwhelming built-in speakers and a smart TV interface that can feel a bit clunky. But if you care about having the absolute best picture quality and plan on using a soundbar anyway, this is the one I'm placing this straight into the God tier. Sony A95K. This was one of the first TVs with QD-OLED technology, and it produces some of the most beautiful, natural, and balanced images I've ever seen. The way it combines OLED's perfect black levels with the extra color and brightness from quantum dots is stunning. Plus, the sound is actually great right out of the box, using the screen itself as a speaker to make audio feel like it's coming right from the action. The issue is that it's just not as bright as some had hoped, and it lacks support for HDR10+ because newer TVs have surpassed it in brightness. I feel this one now belongs in the average tier. Samsung S90F. This TV hits a real sweet spot, offering incredible performance for its price. You're getting a bright, detailed, and super colorful picture thanks to its OLED panel, with an amazing contrast that makes everything pop. It's fantastic for just about everything, from watching movies in a dark room to gaming, and it has extremely wide viewing angles so everyone in the room gets a good view. The main downsides are that the built-in sound is just okay, and its smart interface can be a little frustrating to get around, even if it is responsive. But for what you're paying, the picture quality is just phenomenal. So I'm confidently putting this in the right tier. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the best TVs for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description. Alright, peace out.